Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me or no? Yeah? Okay, cool. W's in the chat. Let's go. Thank you, boys. Sorry about that. See? I guess I'm not that good then. I thought I had things figured out. I even took like a good 10 minutes to prepare. I put a nice camera, make sure the lighting is good. I even put my clean shirt, boys. This is what I wear when I go on dates. Okay, so you guys know I put extra effort for you tonight for this call. So yeah, Charlie, you're about to get banned, too many spammings in this chat. All you do, bro, you join, put W's, and then like you don't really ask questions or whatever, So we're gonna have to have a conversation. But yeah, jokes aside, thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for understanding for the mic. Thank you for helping me with that. Do I see new names? I see Yoons. Yoons, I know who you are. I don't know if you've ever joined these lives, but it's nice to see you again. Cool, perfect. Clean shirt. Thank you very much, bro. I appreciate it. Cool. All right, boys. As usual, we basically have an hour and a half together. I'm here to answer any questions you might have. If you want to join the call and have like a one-on-one help and ask me questions and get my advice or anything, I was just about to make a post inside of our community. Many people reach out to me asking me, Oliver, can I pay you to hop on a one-on-one call, or can we just hop on a one-on-one call? I really need your advice on this one thing. And I do weekly calls. I do a bunch of group calls inside of our community. I do these YouTube lives. I literally try to give as much of my time as I can to just help as many people as I can. So this is like a good opportunity. As usual, if you want to join, ask any questions you might have. Share me your progress. Let me know where you're at with your business. If you're stuck, if you're not too sure if what you're doing is the right thing and you just want to share your progress, your journey so far, I'd love to meet more people, hear more stories. And I think everyone here on this call too will enjoy like just seeing what are other people doing with their agencies and how are they working on signing their first client, signing their second, or scaling to their first 10K a month. Cool. Good job, Yoons. Closing clients. I heard big boys closing deals and you're doing well. I think Alexei also mentioned that you were possibly looking to join our GS executives. If you're not running ads to acquire clients, start looking into that. Okay. Now that you have, I don't know if you have one client, two clients, if you want to join this call and maybe share us like where you're at with your agency. But depending on how much money you're making and where you're at with your agency, start running ads. Okay, we're absolutely crushing it. We have about 10 clients or so inside of our like second tiered program where we set up the ads on their behalf. We run everything and we just focus on appointment setting, and they are absolutely crushing it. Their cost per lead is like $10. So $10 for someone who reaches out to you asking for help, basically. Which, if you've been cold calling or doing cold outreach, you'll quickly understand how the dynamic is very different. To have people reach out to you asking for your help and saying like, hey, I saw your post saying that you can help me get 10 new jobs for my business. I'm curious to understand how it works. Okay. If you're able to like get 2-3 leads like that per day, do you not honestly believe by the end of the month you cannot sign at least one client? Okay, the obvious answer is yes. So very easy way to scale. It's something I wish I would have done at the beginning. I didn't even realize that I could run ads for myself. I used to just cold call. So looking back, if I had to restart everything, I would start running ads as soon as I could. Save up $1,000, $2,000, just to be sure, and start with like $30 a day and just run the ads and just see what happens. Okay. Cool. So I'll answer questions. We already have a few people in the waiting room, but I'll start off with questions. And as usual, ask any questions you guys might have. So I targeted dance schools. Nice to see. Nice to hear from you, boy. Again, I targeted school dance, but realized many aren't interested or can't afford the service. I'm now reconsidering my niche and outreach. Any advice on finding better opportunities? So, for me, or from experience from working with our students, Anything blue collar, I mentioned this last week, has been where we've seen the most results for our clients. So blue collar is anything like landscaping, painting, tree removal, driveways, renovation, flooring, roofing, electrician, plumbers. Those types of markets, we realize that there's a really big demand for leads, Facebook ads, Google ads, all those things. And it's relatively easy to get them results because there's a high demand for their service as well. Okay, so that's something interesting you could look into. But bro, I don't want you to start like jumping from one niche to the other. Okay, I see lots of people doing that, and I know you hop on these calls or these lives, you ask me the questions, and you've been sort of back and forth between different niches. Pick one and go all in, and from there just stick with it. Okay, every niche is difficult. There's not one that's easier than the other. You might be working in one market, and then you look at other people who are like, oh my god, he works with this niche, and he must be doing so much better than me. He must be making so much money. It must be so easy to close clients. But what many people don't realize is that every niche has its own ups and downs, its benefits, its negatives, and there's not one that's better than the other. Okay, it's really just stick with one, make it work, find a way to make it work. Cool. Pet dental care, yeah, that can be an interesting one. Personally, I'm not a big fan of anything that's like medical, so chiropractors, I guess like Botox, like clinics like that and stuff. It does work. It's just it's kind of like a personal preference. I've seen many students go into these markets. Some are making money, but I've seen more failures than more wins. Okay, not to say that it's impossible. It's just from experience, from what I've seen, there's less people who are successful in those markets. But again, you can be successful in anything. Cool, perfect. So Yuns is on the call, giving you a heads up, bro. Okay, he is no longer in the call. I'll add, we have Isaiah from last week, for those that remember him. I'm going to add him to the call if I remember how to do it. How's it going, bro?
What's up, man?
What are you eating here, okay? We don't eat on these lives.
Got some gummies, man.
Nice to talk to you again.
Yeah, nice to talk to you too, man. I got the whole setup figured up now. Background clear, headphones wireless.
True.
Yeah, it's like
true. Audio is better. The camera is clean this time.
Yeah.
There's no Fortnite posters in the back, so very good.
Please, it was not Fortnite.
I'm fucking with you, bro. I'm fucking with you. Yeah. So, how are things with your agency?
A lot better. After the advice you gave me, I'm not gonna lie, kind of started to skyrocket. I've seen a lot more results. I mean, it was, I went from like, I can't say it was exactly the script, because like you said, your script isn't gonna like, get the clients exactly, but like if you're able to like just speak to the customer instead of just reading the script, it really helps out a lot. So I just kind of started doing that, and my script is kind of the same, but it changes like from customer to customer. And instead of taking the approach of what did I have before? I don't even remember what I had before, but it was something like a lot of like, it almost sounded like a cold call, like someone that would call your phone that's getting paid to call your phone, etc. And I was just kind of sticking to it. Now I'm just kind of like having a conversation with the person instead, and it's working a lot better. So
very good, bro. Yeah, that's number one thing about sales is you don't want to come off as a salesperson. Natural. You have a conversation. Yeah. It's like, hey, I was looking on Google. I found your business. I found it interesting. I do this. Would it be worth to have a conversation versus just reading a script? Yeah. I've reviewed lots of cold calls back in the day, and many of them were just, I could tell they had the script in front of them and they were just reading line by line, and they would try so hard to stick with the script, and whenever the person would answer they would give some answer, they try to like bring it back to the script, read exactly, doesn't make exact like sense or whatever. But cool. And have you been able to book a few calls?
Yeah, so this morning I think I did probably like, if I pull up my Excel sheet, I could pull it up, but I think I did around 50 cold calls, I'm gonna say. Okay. And it's not my 100 like goal, but the thing is, I didn't need to do 100. So with my 50 cold calls, I was able to book 3 clients. One was supposed to be for 6 p.m. And I called them because they didn't show up. I was like, okay, what's happening? And it turns out they were in the bathtub. So I was just like, okay, we'll just schedule for another time. So we're gonna have a call with them tomorrow, and I have 2 calls tomorrow and 1 Friday. So
Nice.
far 3 calls that I've been able to book. Super excited about this, I'm not gonna lie.
Cool.
So now I just
Good for you, bro.
Yeah. Now that I got this done, I just got to figure out how the hell to sell, like, the close people, basically.
Yeah. Honestly, bro, it's gonna be with the experience. Like, I can help you close, I can give you advice and everything, but until you actually do it, like, nothing will beat that. And I think already your experience when it comes to cold calling, you proved yourself you're able to sell a meeting. Now the next objective is to sell the actual offer, which is the hardest thing to do. But
Exactly.
it is just try to keep the same advice that I gave you for cold calling basically applies to the sales meeting. Okay, keep it casual, have a genuine conversation, try to understand their needs, how to basically, like, what steps you're going to take to basically help them reach their goals. Okay, they have to feel understood and that they're not just this person you're trying to close.
Yeah.
Do you have a general, like, structure on how you're going to do your sales calls?
Yeah, I do. I can kind of pull it up for you if you would.
Cool.
Let me. Yeah. All right. Share screen here.
Are we able to share screen on this? I have no idea.
Actually.
Yeah,
I think so. Can you see?
I think so. Wait, add. Damn, look at this. This is
look at that.
crazy.
Okay, let me.
Cool. Yeah,
All
I
right,
can even,
so,
like, I think I can play with the layout. Yeah. Oh, that's really cool.
Look at that. We're finding out new stuff.
Cool.
So, like, I went over. I think I preferred the second presentation more than the first. I think that the numbers just kind of made more sense to me. Except I'm having trouble kind of like putting it into, how do I say this, like, into plumbers, because you were using roofing, for example, in that video, and the problem with that was that there's, like, the closing percentage. I don't know exactly if there's a closing percentage for plumbers.
You asked them. So the more, like, so for everyone here on the call, there's 2 ways you can close. Well, actually, there's multiple ways, but 2 ways that I teach. One is, like, the traditional way with, like, a PowerPoint and everything, which I think most people prefer doing that just because it gives them, like, a clear structure and, like, you can follow the PowerPoint instead of you having to remember the entire script. This is more of, like, you just go with the flow, which I prefer because it forces you to have a normal conversation versus just reading each PowerPoint. And the common example I like to give is, if everyone remembers, like, when we're at school, or if you are at school right now, whenever the teacher just pulls up PowerPoints and just starts reading line after line what's on the PowerPoint, after like 10 minutes, you're completely zoned out. You're like, okay, I'm not listening to this. And most people will do the exact same thing. Okay, you'll get a PowerPoint and you'll end up, like, just talking to yourself for 30 minutes and the guy is completely lost and he's not following you. So I really like this way of closing because I'll teach you boys how to do it here on this live because I think it's going to help lots of you guys. Okay, so first off, we have offer, which is plumbing. I would have this specific offer. Okay, so what exactly are you going to sell them on?
So this was the part where, well, I'm doing plumbing, but I was going to ask them, like, what is their specific offer? Like, what would they, like, want to do work on? So plumbing, HVAC, septic, those are just for me. Those are mental notes. And of course, they wouldn't see the screen until I'm done with it. But, let's say they wanted plumbing. I would go ahead and delete the rest. Just go with plumbing like this, okay? Radius to drive. Let's say they didn't want to go past 30 miles, I guess.
Yep.
I guess it's okay. Their type of budget that they want the client to have.
Yeah.
I looked at the estimate. I would say it's $150.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depending again on what they want as a type of client.
And again, if they were just looking for difficulty of jobs as well. We've got level of difficulty. We got leaky faucets or a bursted pipe. So
Yeah,
water
that's perfect.
so.
So the exact way I would frame this call. So you start a call. Obviously, don't share any screen. Just have a genuine conversation with them. Get to know them. Break the ice. Build trust. Explain to them that you're a local marketer in their area and you're looking to onboard one new client this month in their specific area. Okay, so make it seem like you have major clients in every big city and you're looking to fill in this gap with their business. Okay. And I found your business by going through Google. That's how we had the conversation together. I really enjoyed your reviews. I saw you guys had lots of experience, and I do believe our expertise can help your business grow and acquire more sales. So I'm just curious. I'm going to ask you a few questions, get to know your business, get to know where you're at, what type of jobs are you looking to get, and then from there, I'll just explain to you how our process works. Okay. So super simple.
Yeah.
From there, you ask them, okay, cool. What type of jobs do you primarily do? Okay, they'll tell you, and like, are those the jobs that you would like to have more of? They'll say yes, they'll say no. Okay, so that's when you break down what type of service that they're looking to acquire. From there, ideal client, that can be good. So how far are you willing to drive? They'll say maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So I would put minutes instead of miles, just because people relate to that a bit more. Type of budget, you don't really need to ask them that because they just want people that have the budget. So I would instead ask them, how much do you typically charge for your services? Okay. Because we don't care about their budget. We care about if they can afford the service. Okay. Ideal client, I wouldn't ask difficulty of jobs. I would just ask them like, what type of jobs are you looking for? Okay. And then I would try to like ask them a bit about their business. Like, okay, how many like guys do you have on the field? How many jobs can you handle per month? How many are you doing right now? How many more jobs would I need to bring to your business for you to be at max capacity? Okay, so more like technical type of questions. Okay. From there, last 30 days. So how many? Yeah. Okay. So it kind of goes into this. So how many jobs do you get? Closes, price point, revenue. The revenue question, I typically like, I know many people will ask people like, what's your revenue? I notice, especially like these old school business owners, they're sometimes a bit hesitant to give out that information. They find it to be a bit personal. So for me, I don't like to open up right away and ask them how much are you currently making with your business. I instead ask them, where would you like to be with your business, revenue wise? Okay. And if they say 5K per month, then you're like, okay, what the hell? Like, who am I speaking with? Because no normal business owner has 5K per month as a goal, unless they're super small and they're just starting out. But if someone says 50K a month, you're like, okay, so he's probably close to that 50K. He's probably at 20, 30K per month, something like that. Okay.
So instead of revenue here, we should just, the goal should be.
Yes, goal. Okay. From there, this is probably like the most important part is you tell them, so we're going to run, you explain to them a bit like how the process works. So we're going to set up online advertisement for you. Okay. We might use Google, we might use Facebook ads, depending on what type of jobs you're looking for. My question to you is how much of a budget can you put into advertisement? Okay. And they'll tell you, they'll say maybe 1K, they'll say 2K. They'll say, I don't know what's the minimum. Okay. So from there, you need to break down the numbers like crazy. Okay. If you are going to use a Google Doc. So from there, if the client tells you, hey, I can only put $2,000 per month into ad spend, from there, you will write 2,000 on the screen and reverse engineer that process. So we'll tell them, okay, so with $2,000, I can get you X amount of leads because each lead will cost me $5, let's say, for example. And I would write that down on the computer, like on the Google Sheet. From there, you'll have a number, let's say 100 leads. Okay, let's say you make the calculation and the end result is 100 leads. From there, you ask them, if I get you 10 people in front of you who are interested in working with you, who've called your business and they said, hey, my toilet is leaking or whatever, I need a plumber. Out of those 10 people, how many are actually going to go through the service and work with you and pay you? He might say 5 out of 10. He might say 10 out of 10, whatever. Okay, let's say he says 5 out of 10, 50%. You say, cool. I'm going to take a worst case scenario and I'll take 40%. So that means if I bring you 100 leads, 40% will turn into paying clients. So now you write 40 clients. So each client, how much do they pay you on average? He'll say $100 or whatever. So like, cool. So if I get you 40 clients and they each pay you $100, that means at the end of the month, I'll make you an extra $4K per month with a $2K per month investment into ads. So that's a 2x ROI on your investment. Okay, so that's how you logically break it. So you're like, okay, cool. So with 2,000, I can make you this much money. Obviously, like for everyone here on the call, I just use random examples. Like if you get a 2x ROI for a plumber, that's not very good. That's not ideal. It's just I'm using fictional numbers. But do you understand like how I'm breaking down logically? Give me your budget, and I know from experience each lead will cost you $5. So with your budget, I can get you X amount of leads. How many can you convert? 40%? Cool. That's 40 clients. How much does a client typically pay you? Boom, this much money, and then you have the end result. And then that's when you would basically conclude the presentation and then move on to price and handling objection.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. And again, since, I pay on results, so I wouldn't have a price to begin with.
That's perfect. Yeah. That's perfect then.
Yeah. So they would.
So you would tell them
ad spend.
Yeah, exactly. So you would tell them like, hey, we take a percentage of whatever you make. So out of that 4K, we'll take 10%, 15%. So our fee in that example would be about $400 per month.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. So that part makes sense. So that kind of went over first the beginning, kind of skipped the middle. This is the part where I'm just talking about what I deliver, correct? So like, for example, this was in the presentation, so in the doc. So I was like, okay, I didn't fully understand this part, but I understand like the do it for you ads. I can break that down, and I can break down a landing page as well, because we have connections, that people that could help us. And then after those are the only two like actual offers that I'm offering. Yeah, really. And
I would probably focus on point 2, just traffic and building the offer and everything. Like people don't really care what you do; they just want results. If I spoke with you and I'm like, hey, I'll get you to 50K a month with your business. Like, do you want me to go in detail, step by step, on every single thing I'll be doing to help you get to 50K? No. Not really. Like I'll explain the general idea of like how it's going to work, but the actual details, this is more so just for you to have it in front of you and to show the client the amount of things that you're going to be doing. But you don't, just because it's on a screen doesn't mean you have to go through it line by line on the presentation.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. And one last piece of advice. The part where most people screw up is the end part. Okay, the closing.
Yeah.
Okay, they're either going to fold too quickly. So the person's going to say, this sounds great. I'm going to speak about it with my wife and I'll get back to you next week. And then people are like, yeah, that's perfectly fine. Take your time. Here's my number. Text me whenever you're ready to start. And then guess what? They never hear from the person again. Okay, so you always want to have some sort of decision at the end of the call. Now, this is like something I would have you focus after you take a few calls, just because it's hard to take everything, especially on your first call. But ideally, you always go for a close or a deposit. Or at a bare minimum, you always schedule the follow-up call on the actual call with them. Okay, that's probably my biggest advice for your first call. If at the end of the call, the guy doesn't move forward right away, you tell them that's perfectly fine. You want to speak to your wife, that's okay. I actually have like a few other calls with other plumbers in the local area. So obviously I cannot guarantee your spot. Okay, so the person I'll be speaking with at 4 p.m. later today, if they give me a hard yes, I'm going to move forward with them. Okay, but I'm not going to lie, I really enjoyed our conversation and I'd honestly rather work with you. So can we at least schedule a follow-up call for tomorrow so we can continue the conversation and see if this is a good fit for us? Okay, so always you end the call with a deposit, a close, or you schedule the follow-up call on the actual call.
Okay, but focus on just scheduling the follow-up call.
Yes, if there's a follow-up call. In the future, I'm going to tell you, don't just go for the close. Go for a deposit. And if they don't leave a deposit for that second call, you don't even take that second call.
Okay. And so for this deposit though, I understand like I have to onboard the client. And I remember you saying something about like onboarding the client on the call, like quick steps, just putting their card onto like Google, whatever the ad revenue thing is. And I don't understand that part at all.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't onboard them on the actual call. because that takes like a whole hour to do. Like what you do on the spot is collect payment, okay, and send contract if needed. Ideally, you collect payment, then you send the contract.
Okay.
Some people will be like, no, I want to see the contract before I pay anything. In that case, you send the contract, you go over it with them on the call, adjust if needed, and then you collect payment. Once payment is collected, then you schedule the onboarding call. And on that call, you're going to set them up on Facebook, and we can help you with that. We have probably I'll have you work with my white label team, and we have a bunch of media buyers that can basically onboard your client for you or help you with the onboarding. We won't do it for you, but we'll help you with it.
Okay.
But that, like, I don't want you to worry about that. Like, focus on step one, close the deal. Once you close the deal, we'll worry about everything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
Cool. Very good. Good job, bro. Keep me updated. Also, let me know how it goes. Any other questions for me?
Yeah. Could you recommend the next book? I already read Be a Sales Superstar.
You're good, bro. You don't need more training.
I feel like
the only training you need is to actually take calls.
Okay.
Watch a few like YouTube videos of people just closing deals. It doesn't have to be I close SMMA. It can literally be anything, because sales is the same thing. Like I could be selling my phone right now to you, and the exact process I would do is it's the same one.
Okay.
Cool. Nice to meet you. Blah, blah, blah. How long have you been looking for a phone for? What other phones have you tried before in the past? Why didn't you like them? This is my phone. This is why it's so much better. And this is the price. Buy now. And that's the same thing. Okay, so no matter what you're selling, it's always the same process. So just look up a bunch of YouTube videos, just do some research and everything. But again, until you actually do it for yourself, it's going to be hard for you to understand, what do I need to work on? The best thing is you take a few calls, and then you realize, okay, I always fuck up at the end. I always like fold under pressure, and I'm not able to close and ask them to pay on the spot. So now I know when I do my research, I'm going to focus on that part, and I'm going to see what are other people doing to get to that point. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Perfect, bro. Right. Yeah, very good. I'm very impressed by your progress. Good job. Keep it up. Keep me updated. Okay. Let us know in the group, and let us know how those calls go. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you.
All right.
I'll record a call and send it to you guys.
Yes, sir. Yeah, send it to us. We can review it on the next live together.
All right.
All right. Take care, bro.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Cool. Very good. Very good. For those that were there last week, he just started cold calling last week. So when I first spoke with him, I think he had his first day of cold calling. He didn't book any meetings. I gave him some advice. We practiced together a bit, and now look at him. He booked 3-4 calls, and now he's preparing for his first sales calls. Okay, so it shows you how quickly things can happen. Okay, many people believe, oh my God, I need 6 months to just sign my first client. I need to spend 1 month building a website and all of that. He started working with me 2 weeks ago. And now he's already booking meetings for his agency, and he's preparing for his meetings. Okay. And that, if I had to like summarize, like sometimes people ask me, like, what do you see in students, like the most successful students, what are they doing differently than most? And the number one thing I say is speed to action. They just execute on everything right away. They don't wait. Okay. There's a few people here waiting on a Zoom call, which I'll join, like Praveen. He's a student of mine. When we hopped on a call, when he wanted to work with me, he had the meeting booked the same day, like later during the day. So he told me, Oliver, if I start working with you, can I have my coaching call today? Because I need to prepare for my sales call and I need your help. So he was already taking action on everything, even if he didn't understand anything. He's like, I know I have to cold call and speak to clients. I'll just figure it out as I go. And same thing with Sarush. He's also waiting. First week, started booking meetings and closing deals. Okay, like they don't waste time. They don't jump from one niche to another. Oh my God, am I in a good place? They don't care. They just pick one. They go all in. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I switch and I adapt. Cool. So I'm going to answer a few questions in the DMs, and then I will have someone on the call. Cool. So, quick question: is there a good strategy to offer free trials when just starting out? Yes. It is what I recommend. Free trials or performance-based. So you take a percentage or a fixed amount per lead or per job that you get them. Because truthfully, if you're just starting out, and especially if you're not working with a media buyer, like someone who knows what they're doing, you don't deserve to charge people because like you've never done it before. Okay, so practice, get some results, and then you can charge people. Cool. How's it going, Jamie? Kevin, how do you gauge how many leads you can guarantee them? Ideally, you work with a media buyer who has already worked in that market. Us, when we work with students, if someone tells me like, hey, I want to work with plumbers or whatever, we already know more or less what's the cost per lead. So we can give them a good estimate. Otherwise, if you're not working with a media buyer, I would just do some research online. Okay, look at other plumbing business or whatever your niche is. See like their case studies, what's their cost per lead. You can do some simple Google search, like people like to flex their numbers, so you can just see more or less like what are other people doing, and then from there that can give you like a good estimate of what's going to be the cost per lead. But typically it's very cheap. It's not super expensive. Cool. Jose, always with the nice comments. Very good. Nice to have you with us, bro. Cool. True. This is very true. Okay. Like many people get stuck in this cycle of just wanting to learn. If you are taking action on what you're learning and you're doing it, that's a good thing. But when I started, I used to watch like these videos from Hamza and everything. You're supposed to meditate, read 20 books a day and all of this crap. And I really fell into the whole reading books. That was like my thing. So I bought all of the self-help books that were out there. I read all of them maybe once, like a book per week, more or less. That's what I was averaging. But what I realized is that I was just speed running through as many books as I could. And then halfway through the year, I'm like, okay, cool. I read 20 books, but I didn't really execute on anything. I'm just like spamming books, basically. So most of the time, what I recommend is read a few books, few good pieces of content, and just focus on executing and reread them if needed, just to make sure you memorize everything. Okay, but the best learning you can do is to just go out there and do it. Mystery asks, I've been running ads for a detailing client, so window tints, and the ads are not working. The data is fine. I just can't get them leads. Is this a case of product market fit? So detailing, you can easily get people leads. I can even probably have Sarush on the call and he can confirm, like, because he used to work with car detailers. So he can probably answer this better than I can. But from what I know is that you can get them leads like crazy, super cheap leads, really good results. So when you say the data is fine, like the data is not fine because your cost per lead is too high if you cannot get them leads. Okay, if you're getting them a bunch of leads, but everyone is broken, they cannot afford the service, then that's a different issue. That's a qualifying issue. But I'm going to have Sarush on the call, and maybe he can answer this question for me. If his mic works, let's hope he fixed it. How's it going,
What's
bro?
going on?
It's going well. It's going well.
Is it working or not?
Yeah, it's not too good. It's good. It's good.
Awesome. Yeah. So, I mean, in terms of car detailing, it's like ceramic coatings, window tints, PPF, all the above, especially ceramic coating and vinyl wraps and PPF. These services, like for me, I was running in Canadian dollars, and I never had like above a $10 cost per lead. Never. Usually, my first client I worked with, he had like a $3 cost per lead the whole time, and then same.
Okay.
Who dared me to get that haircut? What are you talking about, Jamie? Let's see your hair, bro. Join the call.
Yeah,
But yeah.
Jamie, he talks smack, but he doesn't join the call, you know? Cool, bro. Very good. I hope that answers your question, bro.
It's very
yeah.
easy. What I would recommend to him and to anyone doing like ads for like those kind of niches is just do AI voiceover videos. So do a little small montage of the client service that you're promoting, and then whatever offer that you develop with the client, like for example, free details, like give them a free interior detail if they get a $500-$600 ceramic coating package, and work that into the pricing with your clients. And then you can do that. And you can also offer to call the client's leads for them and have them come into the shop if they're that big of a store. But yeah.
Cool. Very good. Cool, bro.
Yes.
How are things on your end? There's actually so many people in the waiting room. This is crazy.
How many, bro?
We're at, I think there's 8 or 9 people.
No way, bro. Let's have someone. Let's have like a at the end. I'll stay in here if you want, and have a like if you can do that, we'll have like a mega call, Oliver call on YouTube.
Yeah, we'll
But yeah.
do that. Anyways,
One day.
we'll run through every. I want to make sure I get to everyone, so
For
everyone
sure.
who's waiting, like I'll make
Yeah,
some
bro.
time for you, boys. So
This week,
you want to ask me a question or give us
yeah,
a
no,
quick
this
update?
week I'll give you a little update. Yeah, this week was pretty good. We had a call yesterday with Nicholas, closed him.
Nice.
And yeah, he was the one that had put a deposit before. And we also collected a deposit for a payment for next week. And we have a couple calls left this week. So just
Very
hoping to get that, raise my ad spend by about 50%. So see where that takes us as well.
Very
And
good.
yeah, bro, pretty much just chilling, joined on the call to check in with you and keep the streak
Cool, bro.
going, 'cause I'm not going to miss one.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I appreciate your support. I think everyone here appreciates also like you giving us your updates and everything on your agency. But yeah, that's huge. I think today I had like not today, but yesterday I had a big call with most of our clients. Those who are running ads and booking a bunch of calls, and I really gave them like a hard lesson on pushing for a close or for a deposit or for something. Okay, if you guys have a hour-long call with someone and you tell me, yeah, he was super interested, he told me he'll get back to me next week, but like it was such a good conversation, I know he'll close. Like I don't like hearing that. Okay, I get it, you're excited, it was probably a good conversation, but at the end of the day, if you didn't get payment or at least a small deposit of $50, $100, most likely the guy didn't close and you did not do a good job. You maybe had a good conversation, but you did not do a good job at closing the person. Okay, so I always tell people, if the guy tells you, I want to start next week, you say, perfect, I'm just going to take a deposit today to save your spot. Whenever you're ready, we'll complete the full payment and start working together. Oh, no, I cannot do a deposit right now, blah, blah, blah. You're like, well, I'm confused. You just mentioned that you really enjoyed our service. I'm pretty sure we had a good conversation and you seem interested in moving forward. So I'm confused as to why you're not willing to put just a $50 deposit to save your spot. Okay, call them out on their bullshit, and that's how you actually get the ball rolling and start closing deals. Yeah, very good, Sarush. Thank you very much for your updates. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Let's do it.
Yes,
We'll be here next week, and we're going to be talking about a 5K week for sure.
Yes, sir. Take care, bro.
All right. Cheers, bro.
Cheers. Cool. Sarush looks like he lives in the castle. Yeah, I do love his background with the bricks and everything. It's very unique. Cool. So I'm gonna have Yoons in the call. If everything is good, bro. I'm trying to give you boys like a short, like, a few seconds of like notice, before just inviting you on the call. How's it going, bro? Long time no speak.
Yeah, been a while. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
All right, so I'm traveling, so I'm using my phone right now. I just got a normal light going on, so my
No, you're
son's
fine,
all
bro.
good.
Where are you traveling?
I'm in Saudi Arabia right now, just visiting some family and so on. But I'm still keeping in touch with some of the clients, and I'm getting like some meetings in. Though I think from now on I stopped cold calling, switching over to ads. I think Alexei told you that as well.
Yep.
Yeah, so I had like about, let's say, 3 clients. And a funny thing that happened was that I did a trial run with the first client and it went well. I used a Fiverr outsource, okay? And it went well until I had my second client. So I just did a paid trial with the first one. Went fine. Second client, we went over for 2 months. It's the second month, my outsource, I don't know what he did. He fucked up the ads. Right, and it was within one of my like clauses that if we don't get you X amount of leads, you get your money back, right?
Yeah.
So that kind of like blew the whole deal, and then he didn't want to work again.
Okay.
But even then, I still had some money saved up from a couple months from the first from that like 3 months. After that, I got a new client, and then this guy's more chill. This guy he's in roofing. They're all roofing. This guy just wants leads. As simple as that.
Okay.
So it's going pretty smoothly. I do have a hiccup with him. It was so we put his card on file, but whenever the Growth Solutions white label pulled the money out to get the leads, for some reason just got rejected, even though there's money. I think because it's a debit card. I'm not sure because he told me it is a debit card.
Yeah.
But I don't know if does Facebook take credit or debit?
I'm not too sure exactly. I've always used credit cards, and I typically will
Okay.
say credit cards. I think it's credit cards. Yeah.
Okay, so he just gave me his card details. I'll add it like today or tomorrow,
Okay.
and then everything should be fine. To be honest, the cost per lead is pretty good. It's we got 2 leads for $5,
Nice.
so that's really good. And then I think we'll try. It won't be sustainable. I know, like for roofing, $2.50 per lead is not really sustainable.
Yeah.
But by the end of the month, I should get him some good results.
Okay. Very good, bro. Cool. That's huge. Yeah. Who you work with, like your media buyers, is really important, bro. Like they can easily screw you over, and at the end of the day, like they're the one who's running the whole service for your clients. So you have to know what they're doing. You have to make sure they're doing a good job. And sometimes you just have to test out some media buyers, hope that they're good, just pray. Obviously, we have our media buyers, bro. Okay, so you can get in contact with Alexei, with Ruben. We have really good people. They're trained by us. They know exactly how to run ads, especially for roofers. Like those niches, those markets, we can absolutely crush it for you. Okay?
I mean, I remember a while ago, Kyle is like, "You're gonna suffer from the ad account being closed," and then that's one of the main reasons I'm switching to the white label here. But one thing that's very tempting is when Alexei told me that the white label, like if I start working with you guys, the white label will drop from 400 to 100 per service. So if I'm charging 900 for service and then 1K in ad spend, I'll probably frame it like, hey, we're gonna be doing 900 for a service, and then we're gonna be doing $33 a day in ad spend over Facebook, something like that. And then that will help me with like what, more 85%. 90% profit margins, so it'd be much better than now.
That's huge. That's perfect, bro. I would highly recommend working with us, at least for your first couple of clients. Get some good case studies, understand the basics, make sure your clients are happy, save up some money, transition towards ads, start running ads, get a bunch of clients with that. And then from there, if in the future want to hire your own team, that's perfectly fine. Or you can just continue working with us. That's what most people are doing, just because it's so cheap. They get good results. So definitely speak with Alexei. Make sure you're on the same page about everything, and get on ads as soon as you can. Okay, bro?
Yeah. My plan is to get on like next month.
Okay.
But until then, I was gonna ask. So he told me to speak to you. I was gonna ask, what do you think is a good budget right now? I'm on like 2.5K. That's what I'm thinking of doing. Maybe I'll do like 1.2 per month for 2 months, or should I do 2.5 first month?
You can start with like $30 a day. Like just start slow, just to not overwhelm yourself and understand how ads are working and everything. And then from there, once you have everything on lock, you're booking meetings, you understand how ads work, then you can slowly up the budget.
Okay.
But that's perfect. If you can give $30 per day, 900, 1K per month, it's a good place to start.
Okay. Yeah. I would say one thing I would say to Isaiah, the guy that was on first call, for his meetings, I would say he should use Lucid, because I'm using it now, and that's what I've been using for sales, and it works really good because I can just speak, face to face, but at the same time they can see what's going on without skipping, going right and left. Yeah,
very true. Lucid Charts, Google Docs, PowerPoints, they're all ways you can use to close. I think it depends on the person. Like for me, I've reached a point where I barely use any presentation. It's more of just like a face-to-face conversation. I will pull up a Lucid chart just to show them the basics of how things work, but 90% of my call is just having the conversation. So you find your style, you stick with it, and it's obviously working for you, bro. Like what you're doing, the Lucid charts, you're closing deals, so stick with that. That's very good.
I think I'm gonna try to. So funny enough, I was not even I was on and off. Like if you see my activity on school, you'll see me like active for a good couple weeks, and then I'll be AWOL. At that time, I was doing exams and I was on playing professional football. So by this year, I cleared up everything, and I feel like this is the year where I can like really scale, put some money in ads, and then just keep cycling it back and scaling it. So I'm gonna try to do. When I first closed my first client, I just wrote on a paper. And this is for everyone that's new starting up. It helped me. So when I first closed my first client, I just wrote on a paper, I'm going to close the clients by the end of this week. And then for that whole week, my entire existence was just calling meetings until I closed. And I ended up closing a client on the 4th day.
Yes, sir. That's very good.
Yeah.
Good, bro. Cool. Very good. But yeah, keep crushing, bro. Keep us in the loop, okay? Like put like a few posts in the school group. Let us know where you're at with your agency. I think that's going to be the best way for everyone to help you, especially if you have questions about the ad spend and stuff like that. So many people are running ads, so you can easily ask them like, "Hey, boys, I'm thinking about starting with this budget. What do you think?" And then everyone can give you their feedback, especially if you mention your niche, your market, who you're going after. Those are things that can help you. But yeah, bro, thank you for hopping on the call. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm happy to know you're crushing it. Let's keep
Yeah, it's good.
money, okay? Yes, sir. You too, bro. Take care. Calm. Very cool. Yeah, me and Yunes, we go a long way back. I was the one to like introduce him to the coaching. Back in the day, I used to take the calls for all of our clients, so I've known him for quite some time. Cool. So I'm gonna add Mr. Kevin on the call. How's it going, bro?
Hey, what's going on?
It's going well. I recognize you. You're inside of the community, is that right?
Oh, yeah. So I'm in the community. I joined probably, I'd say last Thursday. So I was on last YouTube Live. And yeah, I had my first meeting with Alexi a couple days ago. So he just kind of gave me some homework, get some stuff going, start another meeting with him, and take it from there.
Cool. Very good. Very good. At what stage are you at with your like? What's the homework he gave you?
So basically, I just kind of want to set everything up. So I set up the domain already, got the business email, I got the Stripe account and whatnot. The only like thing I'm kind of waiting on right now is, should I register this for an LLC, you think? Or because that's what I was kind of thinking of doing, but I don't know. Would you think that's kind of like not worth it?
Yeah, it's not worth it for now.
Okay.
Obviously, it depends like where you're from, your state, and everything. I know you're from the U.S.
Yeah, I'm in New York.
Okay. So I'm not too sure how it works in every state. Like I'm from Canada, Montreal. At least for us, you don't need to have a registered business to start making money online. Like you can register yourself as like a independent contractor, at least if you're making less than 30K per year. That's for us. So I would worry about that once I start making money.
Gotcha.
It's not that much of an issue. It's not something that should be holding you back right now.
All right, cool. So, where I'm at now too is I'd like to. I got a connection. Me and one of my buddies is trying to help me out with this, and he was actually my roommate in college. He was like a media major. He's really big into video editing and stuff. So I kind of got him on the hook with this. Kind of told him what I want to do. So he's gonna help me out. He's gonna help me out with the cold calling and stuff and get this going. We're just trying to organize and create our first pitch because I haven't cold called anyone yet. I just want to get like everything in line before, because I don't want to. The last thing I want to do is, I don't expect everything to be perfect, but the last thing I want to do is look like an idiot,
Yeah.
like go out there and just look like I don't know what I'm talking about, look like it, just not look professional. So with my first pitch, especially since I don't have any like past successes or anything because I'm brand new, I was planning on doing like a PowerPoint and maybe just like you said, doing some research, seeing how like other people, how most landscapers, because my niche is landscaping, I decided on that, and how most landscapers would market now and why they should do what we're going to do, which I was going to start with the Google ads, kind of see what kind of success I have with that, and so on and on forth. But yeah, I just kind of don't really know how to set up that pitch because I kind of want to give them some kind of data, but it's just hard to do when I have no successes. You know what I mean? Because it's like, why should they choose me when I haven't proven anything? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So first off, the best thing you can do is just do a bunch of research. Okay, try to understand what are other landscaping businesses, how are they advertising to acquire clients, what are the type of jobs they're selling on Facebook or Google. I would stick with Facebook. Okay, if I were you, because Google clients typically need a lot bigger budget to run ads on that.
Okay.
Facebook, with $30 a day, you can get them amazing results, but $30 a day on Google is not going to be enough. Okay, my clients were spending like 4K, 5K per month, which is, depending on who you're talking with, might be a lot of money. When it comes to the presentation, you can use the Lucid chart that we have in the group. That's what I did when I first started. Okay,
Okay.
so I just used a Lucid chart. There was no PowerPoint, so it was very much just me having the conversation with the person, explaining to them how the service works, how it's gonna look like. Yes, it sucks that you don't have any data. Are you planning on running the ads yourself for your
Um,
clients?
At least at start, yes, because I was talking to Alexi about it, and he kind of concurred with me. Where I kind of told him I was like, because I think he told me he had a resource that we could use if we would like,
Mhm.
and I was like, maybe down the line I would like to. But
Right.
at the end of the day, if I'm giving the pitch, I want to know this business inside and out because they're obviously gonna have questions about it, you know. And
Mhm.
I want to, if I'm running these ads myself, I know what I'm gonna do, I know how I'm gonna do it. I'll feel more confident in my ability to sell myself and explain to them. So at
Mhm.
least at first, I would like to run the ads myself.
Okay. In that case, practice, watch as many YouTube trainings as needed to learn how to run Facebook ads. And
Okay.
simply by doing that, you'll have like a solid understanding, and you'll be able to like give them estimates on leads, how much it's going to cost them to get a client, and all of those things. Okay, that's what I did at the beginning. So I had the same exact mindset. Yes, I could have hired someone to run the Google ads for me from day one and just said to myself like, okay, Oliver, fuck it, just don't learn that side of things, just close deals. I personally took a whole month just to learn Google ads because for me, I felt that it was very important to understand what I'm selling. And at the end of the day, it's my business. You know, this is the product, the service that I'm selling. So it would be stupid as the business owner not to understand the basics, the fundamentals of how to run ads, if that's what I'm selling. I did end up hiring someone, but that's only once I knew the basics. So people, it was harder for people to bullshit me and to tell me like, yeah, I can run Google ads. I know exactly what I'm doing because I understood the basics. So I would ask them a few questions, like show me your case studies, and then from there I could easily gauge if the person knew what they were talking about. So that would be my advice. Learn the basics. Once you learn the basics, you will understand what's a normal cost per lead for a landscaping business. Okay, it's super cheap. It's gonna be like $5 per lead or something. And then from there, you'll be able to make the presentation once you understand how Facebook ads work.
Gotcha.
Okay, it's going to be easier
And
for you to present it to people once you understand the whole process.
gotcha. And with so I was watching some of the videos and stuff, some of the trainings. I know one of the suggestions was kind of like, at least especially when you're first starting out, that money back guarantee kind of thing. If we don't get you X amount of leads and
Yep.
whatnot, which I was talking to my buddy about, we both agreed that's a great strategy. Like, especially to get the ball rolling at least until we have some evidence and data that we are
Mhm.
successful.
Yep.
How like does Facebook ads like tell you how many people interacted with it and stuff? Like, how do I know that it's me who got them those leads? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
You'll be able to see the leads. Okay. So you'll see how many leads you got them. Obviously, if let's say a lead is someone who submits their phone number and then the company calls the phone number, from there, you don't really know if they converted into a paying client.
okay.
Okay. Because you don't know what's happening on the phone. So in that case, it would be easier to charge them per lead. So for every lead that I get you, we charge X amount of money. What I recommend, bro, for your first client is to just do it for free. Like work
Okay.
with them on either performance basis. So, hey, I'll take 10% of whatever I make your business. So it's essentially risk free on your end. Or straight up, hey, we'll work with you the first month for free.
Okay.
Okay. You'll learn the basics. You'll get amazing results for them, hopefully. And then from there, you have all the case studies. You understand how it works to run ads for a landscaping company. And you will have that data that you were asking me about. Okay. But this time it's going to be your data and you're going to be a lot more confident in it because you're the one who actually did it. And once you gain that confidence in yourself and running ads for a landscaping company, it'll become super easy for you to pitch the next one because you actually did it for once. Okay. So for me, if I were you, bro, if you're not working with a media buyer and you're doing this with your friend, I would work on a free trial or simply performance basis just for your first client. Get them results, and once you do, then start charging clients with a money back guarantee. And after you run ads for that first client, you'll know what's a realistic objective for them. So your money back guarantee, you'll position it in a way where you know you're going to hit it every single month.
All right. All right. Cool. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Make sense?
Yeah, no, definitely. So I'm just get everything up and running first. Hopefully I'm just gonna start cold calling within the next 2 weeks. That's my goal. And then
Nice.
yeah, so yeah, no, I'm ready to get going. I'm excited for this.
Cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome, bro. Keep us updated in the community. Okay, make a post. If you tag me, I will get a notification. Okay, so I'll be able to look at your stuff. So whether it's your website, your VSL, your PowerPoint, your presentation for your sales calls, make a post, tag me, and I'll be able to just give you my quick 2 cents on everything and just review it for you as well. Okay.
I definitely will. Thank you.
Cool. You're welcome, bro. Thank you for hopping on.
Yeah, of course, man. Be good.
Peace, bro. Cool. That was a good question. I see chat is going crazy, you know? Am I big enough? Am I a big enough streamer to call you guys like chat and say like, hey, chat, how are you guys feeling today? You know, I feel like I'm getting to that point. Soon I'll have to transition to Twitch, you know, and be a official streamer. And I'll have to have like the cool background with the lights, the crazy setup, the notifications, the latest subscriber on the screen. Yeah, I'll call you guys chat for now, you know. So I'll answer a few questions and then I'm going to have Jose on the call. Jose, please don't say anything stupid, okay? If you say anything stupid, I will kick your ass right away. I don't care. On our weekly calls, like it's fine. I let you get away with your stuff, but on YouTube Live, I am not going to do it. So I'll just answer a few questions if there are. I saw there was a bunch of things happening. But yeah, the whole LLC thing, I think many people have like a roadblock. They're like, oh my God, I need to register. I need to have this. I need to have this. I need to speak to a lawyer before starting to make my first couple of dollars. Like focus on making money first. Okay, make money and then register all of your things. Like it's not, you're not going to go to prison. Okay, like the way I did it, I first started running my business. I did everything under my name. I was at like 20, 30K per month even before I registered. And then once I registered, I just told them like, hey, last year I made this much money and I wasn't registered. And they're like, okay, so just file it. And you file it for last year, basically. So last year I made this much with my money, with my business. So this is how much I owe in taxes. Okay, so it's really not like, it should not be a major roadblock unless you're making a good amount of money. Poll time, I have no idea how to make a poll. Maybe I can make one, but I have no idea how to do it. Oh, I can make a poll. Okay, that's cool. I just found out how to do it. New Google Ads course, that's true. So for everyone who's in our community, we're making like a full-blown course on how to run Google Ads. It's a lot more complex than Facebook. So if you have been looking to offer Google Ads for your clients, this will be a really good starting point for you to understand the basics. Cool. How does your media buyer get paid in your program? So we have two like packages if you want. If you're just inside of the community and you're working with us, we charge $400 per account. So typically a media buyer will get paid about $500 per account. So that means like per client that you sign. So let's say a client pays you 1.5K per month, you would typically pay $500 to that media buyer. So we charge $400, so it's a bit cheaper, and you work with experienced people. So you don't have to worry about, oh my God, did I hire the right person? I just found him on Fiverr. He's from this country. I'm not too sure if he's reliable, whatever. He can barely speak English. We have like solid people on our team that can help you. So it's cheaper and it's more reliable. We have a higher up program where it's more like a done for you. So we set up the ads on your behalf. You have to be running ads to access that. And if you are in that program, then we only charge $100 per account. So instead of 400, it's only 100. So it's basically free. I'm not your chat. I'm your bro. I'm not going to call you bros. That's not how it's. I think the chat is good. All right, let's get Jose on the call. And then I can have Praveen on the call. I'll just make sure that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How's it going, Jose?
How's it going, bro? All right. I'm not going to say anything stupid, right? All right. Tell me a list of things that I'm not allowed to say so I don't get you banned, all right?
Let's talk about your agency, bro.
Yeah, I got you, bro. Like, bro, just by having me, bro, your views are gonna like 5x, something like that, bro. I got you. No, but anyways, just get started. All right. So what's going on? We got like 4 meetings for tomorrow, and then 4 meetings for Friday. So hopefully we can close some people in there. But nice. Today we had like a deal that it seems like it could go through. Because it's a $1,500 per month deal with a client, and the only thing that we got going on is for tomorrow is just to book the second meeting. Tomorrow we have the second meeting that is the onboarding, and the only thing that he's gonna do is just like review the contract with his accountant and his like lawyer and all that, bro. Just to make sure everything's all right. But yeah, he said we should be good, but we'll see, bro. I'll let you know about that. I'll put in the chat. but yeah, like my question that I have right now is just basically regarding hiring people.
Yep.
Like right now, like today I have my like I had the interview with the appointment setter. Everything looked good. He had some experience. It looks like he's like pretty good, legit, speaks Spanish, speaks like English as well. So in case in the future I get some like people
Is
can start
he
to like
is he the appointment setter that I sent you? Like one of the two
yeah
guys?
it was one of the two guys. It was the other Argentinian guy.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was good. He had time, and the good thing about it I like about this is that he's ahead of me. So like right now he has another job. So like while he's working a job, like leads haven't come in. So he
Mhm.
still like will have like a big gap for him to call the leads. So like that's what I
Okay.
like about it.
Nice.
So we supposed to have another meeting tomorrow just to like basically go over the whole script, go over like training, go over like everything. But yeah, like just regarding payment, like how much do you think I should pay him? Because like I remember you said like pay him like $5 per like call, but or you say 5 calls per meeting for like 5 calls per like meeting that he sets, or what do you mean?
So you want to make sure he's happy, okay? So what
Yeah.
I typically do when I hire someone new, especially for a new position, I'll just straight up ask
Yeah.
them like, how much money are you looking to make? Typically for a position like that, especially if he's from Argentina, I think like $500 per month would be like solid for him, a good starting
Yeah.
point. So you just want to reverse the numbers from there. What
Yeah.
I would do if I were you is I would pay him per showed meeting
Showed
call.
call.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how many meetings do you expect to get per month?
Okay.
And then from there, just divide that. Well, 500 divided by that.
500 divided by that. Okay.
So if you expect him to get you 10 meetings per month, I would pay him about $50 per show.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do that math. That actually makes sense.
Mhm.
Because 500 per month and then divided by the like the usual calls that we get should
Yeah.
be good. So like that is that, and also like I have a little script that I have him, so in case he wants to go on with it.
Yeah, that's
But
good.
yeah, bro.
Yeah, just
another thing.
at
Yeah.
the beginning, like anything sales related, because it is kind of in a sales department, you have to micromanage everything. Okay, the best thing you can do is you give them a script,
Yeah.
then you give them recordings of you reading over the script,
All
then
right.
you have them do it, and you monitor them, and you tell them like, no, do it this way instead, and then see if
Yeah.
they're able to adapt quickly. Okay, when I used
Right.
to do door knocking, we hired like I was interviewing a bunch of like door knockers. I would make sure
Yeah.
they're qualified and everything. And the number one thing I would have them do is see how quickly they're able to adapt my advice. So I would tell
Yeah.
them, I'm like, okay, Jose, sell me anything, sell me your phone. You would give me the pitch, and I'd be like, okay, Jose, that was good, but next time I want you to sell it this way. Do it right now.
Right.
And then I would
Yeah,
see,
gotcha.
or is he able to implement it right away? Because that's going to show
Right.
me if he's able to just execute on everything.
Yeah,
like,
he's
whatever.
coachable. Yeah.
Coachable, exactly. That's the word I was looking for. Coachable.
Yeah, I got you. So like that completely makes sense. And to be honest, another thing that I could see future with this guy, one, like I asked him like, what are your goals? Like, are you looking to get your own agency eventually? He looking to get his own agency eventually. Like he wants
Okay.
to learn, so I can like also give him some coaching as well at the same time.
Mhm.
So like that is also another way that I can pay him with.
Yep.
And another thing that I was like also thinking, since like also like everybody says like I want to be like business owner and all that. Sometimes you don't know that you don't want that. Sometimes you want to
Yeah.
know you just want to be a closer. So I told him like, hey bro, also like by any chance like in the future, if everything looks good and it seems like it's gonna be good, we would have the position to like closer sometime later on. And since like you told me that you have some like background from door to door like sales and all that, I was like, and if you're still in the team, we would love to consider you. But this is just at the moment, just to like keep you understanding. It's just to have appointment setter.
Yeah.
With the opportunity to grow to be a closer. So how do you think? What do you think about that? He was like, yeah, I like that. I'm pretty interested. So that is that. So the only issue and the only question I had, it was just because like regarding like pricing, payments and all that to him, bro. How much am I gonna pay him? But yeah, that makes sense. The whole like 500 divided by like the amount of calls I get him, and they just basically pay him like per amount of calls.
Yeah.
So
just
that should be
make it make sense. For me,
yeah,
it ends up being about, we pay them on commission per show, and it comes out to about 2%, I think, or 3% of however much I make on average. So if that appointment setter made me, I don't know, 20K in a month, take 2-3% of that. Does that make sense, or is that stupid?
Yeah, it does make sense.
Yeah, it's like $400 to $500.
Yeah.
They're not from the States. If you hired someone from the States, it's different because obviously their cost per living is a lot higher, so their expectations are different. But yeah, just work out the numbers, make it make sense for them, have a conversation. If they're not happy, they're not happy. You adjust the numbers if needed.
It would make sense. It would make sense because like also see like he just excited to go on with it without like just basically because I haven't even told him like anything regarding just like pricing. I told him like, all right, you're gonna get paid per call that you booked, and you're gonna get like a bonus, like like commission bonus for every call that we close. All right.
Yep.
So he looked like he agreed with that. I haven't even told him the number, so like that's the idea to do that.
Okay.
And also the next step is to like tomorrow. I have the idea, like, because I saw like you want to, like you said that you teach the people, like you show them a recording. I don't have recordings of myself doing the calls, but I want to be doing calls with them on live in the call, so he can see and he can hear me how I do it. So
that's perfect. Yeah,
that is.
I would. You can record yourself, like you're running ads, so just like record a few, like before he's fully onboarded. And I think that's going to be super helpful for him. Again, the 500 will be. He's from Argentina, you said?
Yeah, Argentina, right?
Yeah, like I had a video editor that was from Argentina, and I used to pay him $500 per month, and he was so happy. He was like, "Oh my god, bro!" He's like, "I'm making so much money." He's like, "I'm making more money than my parents." He's like, "This is insane." So for 500, they're very happy with that. And
no,
yes.
it's just it is a lot of money for them, bro. Because I've seen price in Argentina, bro. To go like to buy yourself a nice ass steak, bro, for like $5, bro. Like $3 to $5. I go like, that's insane, bro. Imagine that shit in America, bro. That's crazy.
Right,
but yeah,
I'm happy you added the word steak to what you were saying. I thought you were about to stop, but
no, a steak. I'm saying a steak. A steak.
Yeah, that's very good.
I'm saying a steak. Yeah, I'm saying steak. Yeah, bro.
I'm just fucking with you.
I'm not gonna get you banned the first call I'm in, bro. Like that's what the third call, bro. What do you mean?
Good to know.
Nah, bro. This is just for me to get some content for like whenever I start my YouTube channel. So like I get like people will know. Oh yeah, I've seen that guy. Be like, oh shit, yeah, that's me. But yeah, anyways.
And last thing I want to touch on is the whole you showing the opportunity of what it's going to be like to work with you. That is probably my number one advice for everyone here on the call. When you hire people like you have to remember these are humans. Okay, these are people that you're
100%
fucking hiring, and I think as long as you show your appreciation, and for me, I have the utmost respect to everyone who's willing to dedicate their time into building my company. So for me, I'm like, this is huge. I'm like, you could be building your own company, but you're betting on me instead. Betting on me to be able to bring you to that point. So I always try to make them feel appreciated. Like I will take care of you. If you take care of me, I will take care of you. And for me, that's always what I focus on, is just showing my guys the path. I'm like, look, guys, yes, today we're at $50 per show, but eventually I will need closers. Okay, closers will make this much money. And if you do a good job, I have no issue upping you to a closer. And then from there, I'll have 3 closers. And I'll need someone to manage those closers. And of course, if you've been with me since day one, I will put you on top of these people and I'll give you a bonus commission. And then from there, I'll need a head of sales for my company when I start making 10 million a month. Who's going to be that person to manage those people? It's going to be you. So make sure they know you have very ambitious goals and you plan on bringing them with you. That's going to be very helpful. Yeah, very good, bro.
Yeah, appreciate it. But yeah, cool. Anyways, last question, just real quick, bro. It's just a quick question. Yeah. Like, is this all people like from like watching you from YouTube, Instagram, and all that, bro, or is it just people from the community, bro?
So this is just YouTube channel.
Yeah, but like,
it's not just
like, what do you think? Like, what do you think? Like, do you think people outside the community? Because I see a lot of names that are kind of in the community, bro. But like, are this mostly community, or like, do you get like also odd people in here, bro?
I honestly don't know because I don't see those who don't comment. That's the thing. I only see those who comment. So I think those who are in the program and you guys know each other, so it's easier to talk smack to each other.
Yes,
but yeah,
bro.
I think it switches. All I know is that after each live, we get a good amount of bookings and new clients into the program. So I think many people join these just to see like what the community is like. And I think seeing like you, like, okay, Jose is part of the community, like look where he's at with his business and everything. I think it shows people that like the type of people that we are and everything.
Well, boys, whoever's listened to this and is not joined to the community, I do recommend it a lot. This is your boy, like Oliver over here. He's a great coach. Also, Alex is a great coach. So that is that. And thank you very much.
Appreciate
and
that.
love you guys.
Thank you, bro.
No problem.
Thank you for hopping on, okay?
Gotta go to the
Peace, bro.
gym. Take care. Bye.
Yes, sir. Cool. Very good. Appreciate the shout out, Jose. Jose was very good. One question. I'll have Praveen on the call real quick, and then I will end the live. How do you pay your closers in the program? Same as media bars. So closers is a percentage, so 15%. That's not 15%. It depends of like how you sell your offers, how you position it, and everything. But it's per commission. It's there's no base salary. And again, how much percentage? How much do I give them? Many people ask me, I don't know how much to pay my people. Just make sure it makes sense for them. Like make sure your boys are getting paid at least 4K, 5K a month, ideally, especially closers. That's where you want to be at. So reverse engineer your numbers. Okay. Let's say on average, I will cash collect 10K a month. A closer will add 10K MRR to my business. If I want my closer to make about 4K a month, that means I'll pay him 40% of the first month commission. Okay, you can play with numbers like that. So just make it make sense for the people. Because yeah, see, like Charlie, he says minimum is 10%. But if on average you only cash collect 10K per month, but it's MRR, that means every single month you'll be making 10K per month. You can give them a bigger percentage on the front end. But if it's a one-time product and you sell multiple products at a lower price, like 2K, then you can do 10%, 15% because the volume is there. But yeah, you want them to make about 4 or 5K per month, ideally. How's it going, Praveen?
Hold up. I think my shit's laggy.
Yeah, no, you're good. So are you happy that TikTok is banned? I mean, TikTok is back.
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
You were stressing hard, huh? TikTok famous over here, and he was like, oh my God.
I was, bro. I was actually kind of...
I hope it taught you a lesson, though, to like diversify your content and not be like fully all in on it. I know you're doing YouTube and everything, so that's very good. Yeah. But that shows you guys, like, for those that don't know, Praveen has a pretty good following on TikTok. And it has helped him like get people to I think team members, like people to work with him and everything with his agency. Like he's hiring a bunch of people from his TikTok. Okay, there are people who know him, they trust him, they've seen his journey, they want to work with him. And TikTok almost got banned. Hopefully, thankfully it's back up, but had he completely lost TikTok, like it would have screwed him, you know? So very important to diversify.
Yeah, bro. I mean, bro, the TikTok, the one thing that I'm thankful for, bro, is the team. Like I got like 3-4 teammates from there. Like they're really good. So yeah, I could always rely on that for a thing.
Yeah,
so.
That's very true. Like all of my hires for my team, they all came from either clients or my following. All of them. I've had a few outside of those, but they never really worked out. And even Jose, the last person that just hopped on the call, I gave him 2 applicants as appointment setters. And these are people that reached out to me. They wanted to work with me, and I gave them to Jose. So organic, like having a following, is a cheat code to just hire really good people to work with you.
Yeah, and also I also use it for what do you call? If someone asks me like, prove me that you're not a robot, I can show them like a day in the life of a high school millionaire. And then he, and then
millionaire. Yeah. It's not billionaire.
Yeah, I'm about to be.
Cool. Yes, sir. All right, bro. Give us a quick update where you're at with your agency.
Yeah, bro. So I know some people even higher than me say like, this is slow month, something like this, bro. Like honestly, not for me.
Nice.
I'm spending right now 100 USD per day on ads. And for every week in January, I signed 2 clients every week, and this week I have ads turned off because I have a fucking exams, bro. Exam season. I turned it off for the past 2 days. But on Monday, I collected a deposit for 70. Yeah, for 70 over here. For 70
nice.
On Monday. It was for a PIF for 3K. So and that's gonna be next week. So hopefully we get that one. But yeah, bro. I mean, so far like 4 or 5 clients signed this month. I'm just a little bit
work. Yeah,
like so right now I'm just like I know people are telling me to spend more money on ads, and I need to. I just want to like make more money.
Yeah, I get it. You have exams and everything, so it can be tricky to juggle everything. But
Yeah.
as long as you have a good ROI, bro, yes, you should be upping ad spend. And for me, I've reached a point where ad spend is no longer going to become like the constraint for the business, not because I'm balling, just because I always make the money back within
Right.
30 days. So I can pay it off. It's not an
course.
issue. So the constraint should be, Oliver, I cannot up ad spend because I don't have enough slots available to take on more calls. I need a closer first before upping ad spend.
Yeah.
And that's when you'll know you've reached the maximum of how much you can spend. So if you double the ad spend right now and you can still take that volume of calls, you should, because you would just 2x your money. Like it's as simple as that.
Yeah, but now like because of like my good hires, like my ISA can tell like which like he's like cancels meetings on my calendar. See that this guy can't pay. They'll probably only pitch him $500 a month anyways. Like just get him off.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Very good, bro. Cool. That's huge, bro. Good for you. Yeah. Keep crushing.
How are you, bro? How are you?
I'm good. I'm surviving. We're having a pretty good month. We hired 2 new closers for our business, so that's cool.
Sick.
We're upping ad spend to $700 a day. So I US, so I cry a bit every day when I wake up, and my invoice on Facebook is every 1K. So they send me an email every time I spend 1K.
Yes.
So basically every day I'm getting an email saying like, we've just charged 1K to your credit card. So
but you're making it back, so who cares, bro?
Exactly. It's scary, but like when you view ad spend as like, okay, I'm always making at least 4x on my money, then for me it's like, okay, how can I spend 1K so I can make 4K a day cash collected? And then how can I spend 2K so I can make 8K? So you kind of want to push yourself. So yeah, it's good. It's I think the biggest lesson that I've learned for this year or from last year is I had a period with business where I was like super aggressive with my growth, where it's like I just hired, push, increase ad spend, go crazy, like hire more people, get more clients and everything, build a team.
Yeah.
And then I reached a point where we're making pretty good money, and I just stopped.
Yeah, because
I was like, yeah, life is chill. I have an AMG, I have a nice apartment, like I have everything I need in this life, and I just stopped. And I think that really hurt us. It didn't hurt us, but it's just I could have been way bigger today had I not stopped. So I think that's a big lesson for everyone. It's like once you start making money, don't stop. Just keep pushing it until you reach a goal. You might have a specific goal, you might not. I have a specific goal, so once I reach it, maybe I'll stop, maybe I'll continue. We'll see. But I know you, Praveen, kind of fell into that. You were spending a good amount on the ad spend, and then you just stopped increasing. You were signing clients; it was going well, but you're always afraid to push the ad spend. So
yeah, it was that one September month, bro.
Yeah, so I'm happy to see at least now you're continuing pushing everything. And I think once you're done with your exams, bro, just keep upping the ad spend.
Yeah, bro, I have to. Like at the next month, February, bro, like 150, minimum 150 USD.
Sir, yeah, it's nothing. Like, what's an extra $50? 50 times 30, bro. It's an extra 1.5K per month. It's nothing,
That's a client.
It's a client, exactly. So, do you not believe you'll close one extra client? With that increase in ad spend, it's no money.
Yeah. And also, Nazar started like locking in, bro. Like, he started. Yeah, he used to be beginner, but now he's making big money from me. Bro, every time, he's making big money from me, and he's doing good stuff.
You see, this is a good example for everyone here on the call. Nazar is someone who works in Praveen's team. He joined as a complete beginner, and Praveen told him like, "Hey, bro, if you stick with me, I will bring you to a point where you're making good money. Like, I will give you more responsibility. I'll up your salary. You'll get more commission. You'll be more involved in the company." And that's what happened. He stuck with him since day one, and now Nazar is like basically his business partner in all of this, and he's making pretty good money. So definitely, like, don't be. I think many people want to become entrepreneurs and everything, but if you have an opportunity where someone's already crushing it and you see they're going up, and you have that opportunity to just jump ship with them and just ride that wave. I think the amount of things you can learn, the amount of money you can make is insane, and it's not something you should easily turn down. If someone gives you an opportunity and you see they're scaling. If there's someone who hasn't signed any clients yet and they're like, hey, you'll make $1 million per month, I just need to sign my first client, that's a different conversation. But if the guy's crushing it already and he just needs help, crushing it even more, then definitely give them a shot.
Yeah, bro.
Cool, bro.
I mean, Nazar has his own agency as well. Like, that's what you should, though. That's why
Exactly. But that's what happened with you, bro. Like, for everyone don't know, Praveen used to close for me. He was my very first closer that I hired for my company. I've never outsourced that, and Praveen was the first person. And you know, he was a beginner. He was just starting out. He had a few clients, but I don't think he had sales locked in. Like, he still needed like a little jump, a little help. He worked with me for a few months. Absolutely murdered it in sales. I gave him my training. We worked closely together. Now he just left his old agency and he's absolutely crushing it. So I think there's lots of things you guys can learn by working with people that know what they're doing.
Yeah, thanks Oliver for everything.
Cool. You're welcome, bro. Thank you for having helped me with my agency and for joining these lives. I appreciate it.
100%, bro.
All right, broski. Thank you for hopping. I will leave you on the call. Thank you, bro.
All right, guys. Bye.
Cool. All right. All right. So that's going to be all for today. There is a few more people in the waiting room. Make sure to have a cam on, okay? Like, if you want to speak with me, I need to see your camera before and everything. That's pretty important. But yeah, let's crush it as usual. Very good question today. I appreciate everyone who participated, whether it's just putting a W in the chat and asking questions or hopping on these live 101s. I really appreciate everyone taking their time to help me with like YouTube, ask their questions, build this little community that we have together. As usual, if ever you have any questions for me and you're part of our community, so you're working with me already, you can just tag me on Skull, direct message me. I will help you out. If you're not part of a community and you want to work with us, work with Praveen, Jose, most of the people that we spoke today on the call, there is a link in the description to book a call. You'll speak with someone on my team. They'll explain to you how it works. And if you like what you see, then from there we can get you onboarded and I can personally be a bit more involved with your agency and work with you. Otherwise, let's keep crushing. Let's keep making a bunch of money. And we'll see each other next week as usual. Peace, everyone.